Debutify's ultimate guide to e-commerce influencer marketing. And in this video, which is step 3, I'll tell you all about finding the right influencers for your campaign. Once you know what you want to achieve, it will be easier for you to find a way to achieve it. And that includes finding the right influencers that will help you reach your KPIs and other campaign goals. First, let's see who are the influencers. There are different types of influencers you can work with. You can choose the ones that suits your goals and of course, your budget. Before we talk about the number of followers, let's identify these influencers first. I will give you 6 examples. The first group is where the bloggers or vloggers are. Bloggers are website owners who are publishing blogs for their users. It can be personal or educational depending on the niche of the blogger, while vloggers are sharing content in the form of video. Usually their main platform is YouTube. Just like bloggers, vloggers also have their own niche. When you're planning to collaborate with a blogger or vlogger, you need to pick them based on their niche. It can be lifestyle, fashion, beauty, food, tech, education, business, online diary. For example, Wit in the Light is a lifestyle blog sharing food recipes, interior designs, fashion, horoscope, and etc. Probably anything that encapsulates the interests of their audience or readers. While an example of a vlogger is Zach Choi. Zach Choi is a food and ASMR vlogger. There's a term called mukbang where a person broadcasts themselves eating. You can see that these 2 examples have specific niches that can reach the right people who are interested in the content they're producing. The next type of influencers are Instagram influencers. The name says it all. Instagram influencers are people who have a following on Instagram. And just like bloggers and vloggers, most of them have their niches as well, like beauty, fashion, and everything I mentioned before. An example of an Instagram influencer is Camila Coelho, who is also a blogger, YouTuber, entrepreneur, and more. But she's one of the most influential people on Instagram because of her massive following and credentials in the beauty and fashion sector. Well, the number of followers speak for itself. Another influencer type is writers or journalists. Yup. Writers or journalists can be your influencers too. They are from reputable publications or digital platforms that can help you achieve your campaign goals. Remember, press mentions or articles about your business from reputable companies are social proof too. You need to take advantage of them. For example, if a famous journalist from a lifestyle magazine posts about your products on their social media, you can be more discoverable by potential customers who aren't aware of your brand yet. Also, they are trusted when it comes to their niche because they are writers. That's not all. We also have the business owners or thought leaders. These are inspiring, successful people who have followers that want to achieve the same thing. A lot of the people follow them because they want to learn from these thought leaders. An example of a thought leader is Gary Vee. He's a thought leader in the business and marketing space. He also posts about ways to achieve one's goals and motivating videos. If you're targeting customers who are career-oriented or aspiring business owners, thought leaders and well-known business owners might be the perfect influencer for you. We also have, of course, the celebrities. If you have the means, they can be your brand ambassadors too. They are high value when it comes to promoting products because of their massive number of followers and the power to increase your sales. For example, Jennie is a member of the famous Korean girl group Blackpink. She's an ambassador for prestigious brands as well as collaborates and endorses well-known brands like Calvin Klein, Adidas, Gentle Monster, Hero Beauty, and Chanel. In fact, most of the products from Gentle Monster's collaboration with Jennie are sold out. This just proves the purchasing influence of celebrities. And lastly, the new kids on the block, TikTok influencers. TikTok is one of the most popular social media apps these days, and a lot of content creators are joining the platform too. That's why brands are also investing in TikTok marketing and influencers to reach their target market. An example of a popular TikTok influencer is Addison Rae. She has 87.8 million followers and 5.7 billion likes on her TikTok account. And that's pretty huge. Types of influencers in numbers. There are more people who can be an influencer, and you can identify them by the number of followers they have. We have the mega influencers who have more than 1 million followers on their social media, the macro influencers who have 100,000 up to 1 million followers on their platforms, micro influencers who have between 10,000 to 100,000 followers, and the nano influencers who have 1,000 to 10,000 followers. You can collaborate with influencers of any size based on your goals. But what should you look for in an influencer? You can't just choose the most random influencer because they have a lot of followers or suit your budget. That might not work. You need to set your standards when it comes to influencers, so you can find the right ones who can help you. The first thing you need to consider is the influencer platform. For example, your goal is to show more people how to style your infinity dress. Of course, you need to partner up with fashion influencers. They can be Instagram or TikTok influencers in the fashion industry or bloggers. But first, Do you want them to show how through videos or blogs? If through videos, maybe you can look for a fashion TikTok influencer or YouTuber. Or if your budget isn't that much, you can reach out to an Instagram influencer to post photos on their feed or story. You can work with any influencer in your industry as long as you can achieve your goal, which is to show potential customers how your product works. Another example of a goal is boosting your SEO ranking. If you want to rank higher on search engines, it might be best to collaborate with bloggers who have a lot of website traffic and followers. If they do, they can link to your e-commerce website when promoting your products. The more links you have, the more traffic you'll get, and that will also help you boost your site's credibility. You see, you always need to put your goals in mind when strategizing your campaign. You can't work with an influencer that doesn't have the perfect audience or platform that suits your business, or else your campaign may not succeed. The next thing you need to consider is the engagement rate. This determines the willingness of their audience to interact with their posts and their potential to take your desired action. That's why you need to check the engagement rate of the influencers you're planning to work with. Who knows? They might have 100,000 followers, but they only receive around 1,000 likes and comments per post. If you think that's good, let's talk about it. Less than 1% means a low engagement rate, while having between 1% to 3.5% is average. A 3.5 to 6% engagement rate is considered high, and above 6% is very high. Checking their engagement rate can also help you avoid influencers with fake followers. Always remember the FTC guidelines. And last but not least, check their reputation. As a business owner, it's your job to protect your brand reputation. So, partner with an influencer who has a good reputation online. The cancel culture is strong. A lot of personalities get called out whenever they offend their religion, culture, ethnicity, or support a law that oppresses others. And brands aren't safe with all these boycotting calls if people don't agree with your actions and decisions. So, you need to be careful with whom you collaborate. That influencer must align with your brand's mission, vision, and purpose. Now that you're ready to find the right influencers for you, you're probably asking, how do we find influencers? There are many ways to find them, but let's talk about 3. The first one is through, of course, social media. Most of them are social media influencers. So of course, here's where you can find them. You can start by using hashtags. There are potential fashion influencers for your e-commerce brand when I search for the hashtag fashion influencers. You can also search for them on YouTube. If you are an e-commerce brand specializing in food and you want to collaborate with food vloggers, you can start by searching food review on YouTube and see the vloggers who are doing this. These two are not limited to Instagram and YouTube. You can use hashtags and relevant keywords on other social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Another way to find influencers is by using Google. With Google, you also need to use the right keywords to find the influencers that you're looking for. You can use it to find bloggers or read articles with lists of popular influencers for your niche. As they say, if you can't find it, Google it. But if you're tired of doing everything manually and you want to manage your influencers and campaigns efficiently, you can also invest in influencer marketing platforms. Influencers are also looking for brands to collaborate with, so some of them are on influencer marketing platforms to find a brand that they can work with. There are different influencer marketing platforms you can use. Using these can help you manage your influencer database and find the influencers you need for your e-commerce brand. This is only step 3 of our ultimate guide to e-commerce influencer marketing. So watch our next video where I'll talk about how to properly reach out to these influencers, and hint, it's not as easy as you think.